What's up, guys? Hello, everyone. Can you guys hear me? Can you see me? I'm sorry for my 10-minute delay. Basically, I had another lesson that ended at 7 o'clock, and I knew it would take a few extra minutes to set up, so that's what explains my lateness. But let's start in at 7:09. Let's start in 2 minutes. We will do our standard 15 minutes, don't worry. Please leave a comment if you're here. Say hello. Looks like we have 9 people here. Very nice. Hello, everyone. Mattia. Mattia, my brother's back. Mattia, how are you? We got 10 people here. Let's go. All right, guys. One more minute. Let's start. Looks like my internet is good at least. Emmy. Everyone, say hello to Emmy. Emmy, how are you today? All right, guys, let's get started. So, hello everyone, welcome back. Thank you for joining me today. Bringlese English class number 14. Time is flying by. I cannot believe it's already December 9th. Wow, it's already December 9th. Um, I hope you guys put up your Christmas trees yesterday. I hope you're in the Christmas spirit. But now it's time to practice English. So let's close this. And oh, whoops. Recently, the last 2 lessons, we had too many things to do, and I didn't get a chance to read and analyze the English. And I know you guys like that. Zudi, hello. He says, Hi, Americano. All right, Zudi. Okay, okay. So, anyway, today I wanted to read again. So, let's take a look at this article. It's right here. The article is called Texting While Walking is Dangerous. Here's How to Stop. Okay. As always, this is a New York Times article, and I left the link right here if you want to read it. But we will read it together. Texting while walking is dangerous. So, texting is like the new modern way to say to message someone, to send a message. So, texting while walking is dangerous. Here's how to stop. So, let's do this over here. So, texting, yeah, here's how to stop. Ecco come fermarsi or ecco come smettere is probably better. So, you do it. Lo sai che lo fai. It's not safe, obviously. Here's how to take control of your tech use, okay? Look at this. Here's how. The best way to say this is ecco come, like eccolo. Here is how. Notice that when we use ecco here, we do put the verb essere. So in Italian, to be like, ecco sono gli amici. Here are the friends. Let's start. A little bigger. You're walking around and a thought occurs. I should check my phone. Look at this should. Dovrei. Like, Lo dovrei fare. I should. So I should check my phone. The phone comes out of your pocket. You type a message. Then your eyes remain glued to the screen, even when you walk across the street. So, do you guys understand this? Your eyes remain glued. Glue is like, I think you say collo or colla, like the sticky substance. So your eyes rimangono accollati allo schermo. Simona is here. Hello, Simona. Even when you walk across the street, the best translation for even is like perfino. Like perfino quando attraversi la strada. Cammini attraverso la strada. We all do this kind of distracted walking or twalking. So notice the red line. This is not a real word. I guess it means like text walking. And it says yes. This term is really a thing. What does this really mean? Is really a thing means like esiste davvero. Like it's a thing. Okay, Luciana, hello. Wow, we have 15 people. Hello, everyone. I hope you're enjoying your Monday. Next, the behavior has spawned debates among lawmakers about whether walking and texting should be illegal. So spawn, it's a verb meaning like dare una nascita a, like it gives birth to something. So this behavior, questo comportamento, ha creato debates, dibattiti, among lawmakers. So among means like tra, with more than two people. Okay? So if you have just two people, it's between. If you have more than two people, it's among. Okay? Marco, hello. Susanna, hello. Welcome. So it has created these debates among lawmakers, the people who make laws. And notice the pronunciation of law. Very simple pronunciation, la. Like la cosa, la. Legge in English, la. About whether walking, whether really just means say, about whether walking and texting should be illegal. Some cities, such as Honolulu, Hawaii, and Rexburg, Idaho, have gone beyond talk and banned distracted walking altogether. Okay? So, have gone beyond talk, like meaning sono andato oltre il parlarne. They really did something. Hanno fatto davvero qualcosa. So, sono andato oltre. Sono andati oltre. Banned is like vietare or vietato. So they banned this distracting walking altogether. Okay? Next. But we shouldn't let that reassure us. What does this sentence mean? It means we shouldn't let, non dovremmo permettere, non dovremmo farcelo rassicurare, nel senso, now we should not feel safe. Il problema c'è comunque. Last year, pedestrian, una persona che cammina, deaths in the United States were at their highest point since 1990. Okay, this is an interesting sentence. So, l'anno scorso, did you say le morti delle persone che camminano in the United States were at the highest point, okay? Il punto più alto. So highest, okay? So, il loro punto più alto. And notice also high, la G non si sente, highest. Okay, alto, high, no G. Since, so da questo anno, 1990. With distracted drivers and bigger vehicles, the chief culprits, okay? This would mean like I colpevoli principali. That's what chief means in this case, means like principale. Culprit is like the guilty person, colpevole. So, being fixated on a screen while walking can't be safe. Fissati. While walking cannot be safe. È vero. Let's continue. We know research-wise. Oh Dio, cosa significa wise in questo caso? So, this would mean, whoops, per quanto riguarda la ricerca. Like in terms of research. This suffix, sometimes wise can be used as a suffix to say like per quanto riguarda, okay? So just as a side example, I'll bring this down here. Side example, if I say like food-wise, I don't know much. Like per quanto riguarda il cibo, non so molto. Food-wise, okay? Or like another example could be like, he is really smart basketball wise, but he knows nothing about baseball. Okay? So, in terms of basketball, he's really smart, but he knows nothing about baseball. But anyway, let's continue. So, we know research wise that it's not a good idea. And common sense wise, so per quanto riguarda common sense, it can't be a good idea, said Ken Kalish, a manager of statistics at the National Safety Council, a non-profit that focuses on, in English, focus on something. What does it focus on? Eliminating preventable deaths, ok? Quindi si concentra sul eliminare le morti preventibili, okay? We don't ever want to blame the victim. Blame is like biasimare. We don't want to blame the victim. But there's personal responsibility all of us have. So non vogliamo biasimare la vittima, però la responsabilità ce l'abbiamo tutti. Okay, it's true. So, why do we do it? Perché lo facciamo? I talked to neuroscientists. Notice this too. Talk to. Parlare con in English, talk to. It's technically, grammatically correct to say talk with, but it's more natural and more common to say talk to someone. I talked to neuroscientists and psychologists about our conduct. Conduct means like comportamento. Another way to say that in English is behavior. All agreed that texting while walking might be a form of addictive behavior. Okay, so what does this all mean? That means tutti. Usually tutti in English is everybody. Sometimes you can say all, referring to the neuroscientists and psychologists. All agreed. So in Inglese, agree is a verb, like concordare. So you don't want to put essere with agree. You don't want to say, I am agreed. Sometimes I see Italians say like, I'm agree with you. This is bad English. So the best way to say this, let me make this red. The best way to say this is, I agree with you. Like, concordo con te. Okay. Anyway, all agreed that texting while walking might be a form of addictive behavior. So, do you guys remember might? So, might is like forse as an adverb. So, you could say they agreed that maybe walking is a form of addictive behavior, but it's better to use might when you say maybe as an adverb, okay? So walking might be a form of addictive behavior. Forse camminare mentre messaggiare è una forma di un comportamento che causa dipendenza, addictive. But this column, ovvero questo articolo, questo colonna, isn't about pointing fingers. Isn't about, non è di, non parla di, or non si tratta di. In English, we have this magical word about. So you don't really need to say doesn't talk about. You could just say it isn't about. So what does this mean? This column isn't about pointing fingers. Significa questo articolo non si tratta di biasimare, ovvero indicare con le dita. It's not about pointing fingers. Rather, so like invece, al contrario, rather, now is a good time to riflettere su, on why we are so glued to our phones. Perché siamo così accollati ai nostri telefoni. What we know about the risks and how we can take control of our personal technology rather than let it control us. Something I say often in Italian is piuttosto che. I know piuttosto che is not super common in Italian, but in English, rather than is very common. So it's a good way to say like invece di or instead of. Okay. So this column isn't about pointing fingers. Rather, now is a good time to reflect on why we're so glued to our phones, what we know about the risks, and how we can take control of our personal technology rather than let it control us. So what is it in this case? The personal technology. So we don't want the personal technology to control us. We want to control the personal technology, right? Let's do two more paragraphs and then we will stop, okay? So this is another heading. So why we text and walk. People are by nature information seeking creatures, okay? Do you guys remember seek? It means cercare. So cercare che? Cercare informazioni. So people, le persone naturalmente cercano le informazioni. Ed è vero. People are by nature information seeking creatures. When we regularly check our phones, we are snacking on. Snacking on is a phrasal verb meaning like spizzicare, like, but in a metaphorical sense, like consumare really means in this case. Snacking on information from devices that offer an all-you-can-eat buffet of information. Quindi è vero. Oh, mi piace questo metafora. Spizzichiamo le informazioni dalle nostre device, how do you say that in Italian? I don't know. Che offrono un all-you-can-eat buffet di informazioni. Ed è vero. Okay? Last paragraph. Our information foraging tendencies. Stiamo sempre foraging, similar to seeking, like cercare. Information foraging tendencies, le tendenze di cercare sempre informazioni, evolved from the behavior of animals foraging for food for survival. Okay, so the animals look for food to survive, That has evolved, and now it's us humans looking for information to survive, said Dr. Adam Gazzaley, a neuroscientist and co-author of the book The Distracted Mind: Ancient Brains in a High-Tech World. Studies have shown that our brains feel rewarded. I want to point out this sentirsi in English. It does not have to be reflexive in in English. In Italian, it's reflective. So, I nostri cervelli si sentono. In Italian, you have this reflexive. In English, it's simple. We just say feel. I nostri cervelli si sentono, rewarded, like meritati, when we receive information, which drives us to seek more. Okay, so ci spinge. Oh, whoops. Ci spinge to seek more. Quindi, quando riceviamo informazioni, questo ci spinge di cercarne altre. Simona, devices, dispositivi, thank you. Dispositivi. Okay, that's similar to how our appetites feel sated after we eat, right? Okay, saziati. È simile a come ci sentiamo dopo che mangiamo. Okay? Now, as always, this article continues. It's longer, 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 longer. I will not finish it because we have other stuff to do. But I thought it was interesting. I hope you learned something. Next, we will continue. So let's continue with last week we did something called the Find the Mistake game, and I really liked that exercise. So let's do 10 more examples, okay? So basically, these sentences have one mistake, and you have to find the mistake and correct it. Number one is I'll tell him when I'll see him. Do you see any mistake here? The mistake here is this. This is the mistake. So I've said it many times. After, when, and if, no future. Use the present. So the correct sentence should be when I see him. Okay? I'll tell him when I see him. In Italian, glielo dirò quando lo vedrò. In English, I'll tell him when I see him. Simona, nice. Number two, do your sisters speak French too? Looks pretty good, but there is a mistake. The mistake is right here. Your sister, this is, of course, a third person. So the auxiliary verb has to be third person singular, right? Do your sisters speak French too? Does. Okay? Next. Max works in the same company than me. Seems a little strange. This is the mistake. The correct answer is as. Okay? Same as me. When you have same, we say same as, okay? So, mio fratello va alla stessa scuola di me. In English, my brother goes to the same school as me. Okay? So with same, use as. Okay? I may go, oh no, sorry. I may to go to the party. Do you see the mistake? That's a pretty easy one. This is the mistake because may is like a modal verb, okay? I may go to the party. Technically, this means like Ho il permesso di andarci, o mi hanno invitato. So I may go to the party. After modals, there is no to. Okay? So for example, can, might, may, will, must. There's no to after these without to. Okay? I may go to the party. That's it. Number 5. Can you help me? I'm not enough tall to reach the top shelf. This is the mistake here. The correct answer is I'm not tall enough. Okay? So I'm not tall enough. So we do adjective, then enough. So for example, you could say like, my house isn't big enough. Okay? I know in Italian it's the other way. You say like non è abbastanza grande. In English we say non è grande abbastanza. We say it isn't big enough. Let's do 5 more. Ooh, I like this one. I'm working here since October. I know you know it too. Of course, this present tense, in Italian, this sentence is good. Sto lavorando qui da ottobre. Perfect. In English, this sentence doesn't work. We have to say, the verb tense must change. So you have to say, I've been working. Simona, good. I've been working, so present perfect continuous. So this started in the past and continues now. So why is this the continuous and not just the simple present perfect? Well, both are acceptable. So you can also say, I've worked here. That's okay. All right? Both are good. Just like in Italian, you could say, oh, whoops. In Italian, si potrebbe dire, lavoro qui da ottobre. Oppure si può dire, sto lavorando qui da ottobre. Tutte e due vanno bene. È uguale in inglese. I've been working here since October, or I've worked here since October. Both are good. And many times, both are good. Number 7. Have you finished your homeworks yet? This is a funny one because in English we just say homework. I know in Italian you say like compiti. Homework is uncountable and therefore it's also singular. Okay? So how would you say like ho tanti compiti da fare? You would say I have so much homework to do because homework is uncountable. So you say so much. You would not say so many homeworks. You say so much homework. It's one. It's one thing, uncountable noun. Okay? Last 3. The waiting room is in the end of the corridor. This is difficult, but I'm sure most of you don't know this one, but it's just at. So for example, at the end. This one is kind of specific, particular example. Like, it's not in the end, it's just at the end. Something small. That one's not the best example. This, I really like this sentence though. She likes very much Italy. This is the mistake. So you have to say she really likes Italy. So first of all, adverbs go after the verb. Or sorry. In English, adverbs go before the verb. Adverb, verb, okay? One more thing is with like, it's best to use really, not very. So I very like, this is not good English. Wait. Oh no, my colors are gone. Okay. Sorry, I want to make this red. I very like, no. You have to say, I really like. That's good. This is important because it's a common phrase, and a lot of Italians say, like, I very like America, but you have to say, I really like. Okay? She really likes Italy. Another acceptable answer, Simona wrote it. She likes Italy very much. Okay? But I still prefer she really likes Italy. Last one, this is super easy. There is 10 people here. There are, plural. There are 10 people. Ci sono, non c'è. C'è 10 persone qui. Ci sono 10 persone qui. Okay? That's that finished. Okay? Very nice. So now we finished reading. We did our 10 mistakes. And this time I wanted to do something a little different with some English modi di dire. Modo di dire in English is called a saying. Okay? Un dicendo. Usually, languages have many sayings, but they are rare. Like, you don't hear, I don't know. There are so many Italian sayings, but you don't hear most of them. They're not super common. So, I decided to only choose truly common English sayings, sayings that you will definitely hear if you spend some time with English people. Okay? So these are not sayings like, oh, you hear them twice in a lifetime. Maybe you will hear these often. Okay? So the first one is early bird gets the worm. What does this really mean? Early bird gets the worm. It means like the first to come gets the benefit. Or maybe the first to start will have the benefit, okay? So yeah, that's it. When you start something early, when you are the first one, you will profit. You will get the worm. So, Lucello del. Do you say this in Italian? Lucello del mattino prende il verme. Maybe. I don't know. Similar meaning is first come, first served. Okay, so like the first people to arrive will receive something. For example, like imagine at a lunch party, okay? So today we will give out 100 free t-shirts. First come, first served, okay? So oggi daremo gratis a tutti 100 magliette. I primi che vengono sono i primi serviti, quindi solo i primi 100 avranno questo. First come, first served. Next. This one, I'm sorry, it's a little sad. Uccidere due uccelli con un sasso. Kill two birds with one stone means like finish two things with one action. Okay? For example, I have to get a new toothbrush and some new shampoo. So instead of going to the toothbrush store, I go to Acqua and Sapone. because in the toothbrush store they don't have soap. So I can go to Aqua and Sapone and kill two birds with one stone. So I do two things with one action instead of one and one, right? Kill two birds with one stone. If you think about it literally, like literal meaning you throw a stone and the stone kills one bird and then kills another. English is a terrible language, I admit it. Prendere due piccioni con una fava. Thank you, Simona. Nice. Better safe than sorry is probably my second favorite on this list, which means like meglio prevenire che curare. But literally, it means like meglio sicuri che dispiaciuti. Okay, so if there's a potential risk, you should avoid the risk rather than take your chances. For example, it's 15 degrees Celsius and I have a jacket and I'm like, do I need my jacket? Maybe it's warm enough. I don't need the jacket, but better safe than sorry. So I will bring my jacket, okay? Better safe than sorry. So I said that this was my second favorite. My favorite is might as well. Might as well means like perché no. But it's not used in the same sentence. This is probably the most difficult translation, might as well. So might as well is kind of like abbiamo fatto 30, facciamo 31. It's also kind of like for example, sorry for this example, you say like if I'm smoking, I might as well drink, okay? So se sto fumando, vabbè, bevo pure. Like I don't know how to translate it in Italian, but if I'm smoking, might as well drink. Okay? Like perché no a quel punto. Abbiamo fatto 30, facciamo 31. Um, and notice that it's also kind of used as an adverb. Like I might as well drink. Okay? So I could say like we might as well stop here. Like vabbè, ci conviene fermarci qui. We might as well. Perché non fermarci qui? Those are just two examples. Next. Ooh, I like this one too. This one is get it together. And I was like, is this maybe just a phrasal verb and not a saying? Probably yes, but get it together means like mettere tutto in ordine nella tua vita. Like, for example, maybe I have this project and I have this appointment and I have my kid to worry about. I have many things to think about. I have to organize my life. So I have to get it together. Get it together means like even mentally, like maybe I'm really worried and I'm like, "Oh no, I have so many problems." Like get it together. Like focus, like return to reality, like torna nella realtà. Like like come back. Get it together. Oh, come on. Very nice phrasal verb. Three more. A picture is worth a thousand words. I think you understand that. This is pretty literal. Like, una foto vale mille parole. Okay? I don't even need to write. You understand that. Maybe instead of reading 3 pages of a book, if you see a picture, it's worth 1,000 words, right? I just want to say is worth means vale. Okay? So, valere is to be worth. Okay? So if you say like questo computer vale mille euro, in English that's this computer is to be coniugato, quindi is worth 1,000 words. This computer is worth 1,000, oh, 1,000 euros. Okay, two more. Better late than never, okay? Significa even if it's late. Maybe you are 50, but it's better late than never at all. So We have an appointment at 12 o'clock. If it's 12:30, yes, you are late, but you should still come. Dovresti comunque venire. Perché better late than never. Meglio tardi che mai in Italian. So you don't need that. Don't judge a book by its cover means non giudicare il libro dalla copertina. Metaforicamente, non giudicare una persona dal suo aspetto fisico. Okay? Don't really need an explanation for that. Bravi. Those are my 10 common English sayings. The reason I chose these sayings is because they're common. They are used. All right? So we did that. We did the exercise. We did the reading. Last, this is very difficult. I will be honest, when I prepared this lesson, I didn't know if this would work, if it would be good, if it would be doable. I think it's super difficult, okay? Basically, I went to like Corriere.it and I found some Italian articles and I took sentences in Italian and I was thinking, can my students translate these sentences into English? I think it's super difficult, but we can try. So, è il cartellino rosso più pesante della storia dello sport. Okay? So, how would you say this in English? Well, we have il cartellino rosso più pesante. Okay? Let's start with quindi is, but can you start with is? No. You have to start with it is. Serve sempre l'oggetto. It is il cartellino rosso più pesante. So let's do that. It is the cartellino rosso, the red card, più pesante. So it is the heaviest. Il più. That's what this est means. Let me make this a little bigger. So remember, this is un superlativo estremo, il numero uno, quindi il più pesante, the heaviest. Aggettivi vanno prima del sostantivo, del noun in English. So it is the heaviest red card, e questa parte è finito. Della storia dello sport. In English, della storia, we say nella storia, so in the history of the sport. Okay, that's it. Notice, storia, history. Okay, not just story. If we're talking about la storia del passato, si dice history. Se raccontiamo una storia, that's a story. But del passato, history. All right? Quello è il più facile. Ora diventa proprio difficile anche per me. But you can do it. Next. Wait, let me open this. Okay. La Russia, come previsto, resterà completamente fuori da tutti gli eventi dello sport mondiale per i prossimi 4 anni in tutte le discipline olimpiche e non. Can we do it? Let's start. First, Russia. We do not put these articles. You guys say the Russia. We just say Russia. Russia, come previsto, as predicted. Okay? Una previsione is a prediction. Okay? Prevedere, to predict. Let me just add that real quick because it's important. Sorry, I'm here. Prevedere is predict. Previsione, prediction. All right? Clear the green. So, Russia, as predicted, resterà completamente fuori da tutti gli eventi. Okay, so, resterà will stay completely out of all events dello sport mondiale. Will stay completely out of all events dello sport mondiale, in the world sport, also known as the Olympics. Well, also it says not only. So in all events, let's do this. In all events of world sport for the next per i prossimi 4 anni, for the next 4 years. No. In tutte le discipline olimpiche e non. Okay? In all disciplines, Olympic or not. Fattibile alla fine. Russia, as predicted, will stay completely out of all events of world sport for the next 4 years, in all disciplines, Olympic or not. Not easy, but I think we did it. One thing known like that, in English we say not. We don't say no. Not. That was difficult, but let's go on. Gli atleti russi e il loro personale di supporto fossero... Okay, yes, my Italian, I'm sorry. So, the athletes Russian, of course, that's a mistake. You have to put the adjective before, so the Russian athletes e il loro personale, and their personnel, personale di supporto, personnel, possono partecipare ai principali eventi. So these guys can participate. Notice the spelling of participate. It's with an I. So the Russian athletes and their personnel can participate in something, okay? Partecipare in qualcosa. Participate in the main events. Principale, main. Main events of the, okay, quando ho visto questa quadriennial, like of the quadrennial. Se potranno dimostrare di non essere implicati. Okay, let's do this part. So, if they will be able to show, se potranno dimostrare, if they will be able to show. È giusto? No. If, perché if, l'abbiamo sentito 1000 volte, if non ci vuole il futuro. So, in quel caso possiamo usare can. If they can show di non essere, of to not be, no. Qui abbiamo un, what I call repeated subject, un soggetto ripetuto, perché loro possono partecipare se possono dimostrare che loro non sono. So in English, we repeat the subject. If they can show, they, so notice this they. 1, 2. Succede sempre in inglese. If they can show they are not, quindi di non essere, they are not implicati, in English, implicated, in alcun modo nelle ragioni. Okay, so in any way. They are not implicated in any way in the ragioni della non conformità. In the ragioni, is that reasons? Honestly, you guys, this part, I don't even understand the Italian. So we will stop here unless you have a suggestion. If you have a suggestion, please write it. But I don't understand what they mean. Nelle ragioni della non conformità. Non ho capito. Scusate. Let's continue to the last sentence. Le autorità russe hanno ora 21 giorni. Okay, so now the authorities Russian No, once again, the Russian authorities have 21 days per decidere. For to decide, no. For deciding, no. To decide, yes. Per fare qualcosa, to decide. Remember, prima abbiamo detto whether e se. To decide whether fare o meno, whether or not to do an appeal. Actually, we say make an appeal at the TAS of Lausanne against the decision. Contro la decisione. Lo ammetto, era la traduzione più difficile. But I think it's okay. Maybe next time we will do simple translations again, but I realize in the Italian mind, you think like in Italian you have complicated, difficult sentences. In English, we usually have simple sentences. So when Italians try to translate from Italian to English, it's usually very difficult because they have difficult sentences like this. I guess the lesson is that in English, try to make simple sentences, simple, short sentences. It's easier and it's also more natural in English, okay? And that's the end. I don't think I have gotten any questions yet. If you guys have questions, please ask. I am here. So, also, I want to remind you guys, next lesson is usually it was on Thursday, but I had to change the schedule. So the next lesson's on Monday, the 16th. Write it in your calendar. Monday the 16th at 7 p.m. Okay? At 7 p.m. Who has a question? Who has a topic suggestion? Anything? No one? Okay, well, thank you guys for participating. Um, and I will see you on Monday, okay? As I said, if you guys have any topic suggestions, any ideas, of course, let me know because I want to help you. I want to help you with what you want to learn, okay? So that's it. So let's stop here. You guys, it was a pleasure. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. I hope you learned something. I will catch you next time, okay? Bye bye.